Welcome to my tech pack series. In this series, I am going to be creating a range of videos that show you exactly how to make a tech pack for a range of different garments for your clothing brand. A question, a DM that I get a lot on my channel or on my Instagram page or on my new TikTok page, so make sure you're following that, is Taddy, can you create a tech pack for me? Taddy, how do you create a tech pack? Taddy, I don't know how to get started. And usually to get started, you need to get started with a tech pack. So I thought it would be easier for me to help a whole host of people by showing you guys a step-by-step guide as to how to create a tech pack for your clothing brand for various different items. And today's item, guys, is the good old t-shirt. We have to start off with a t-shirt, guys, because in all honesty, yeah, if you're launching a clothing brand, yeah, especially if it's like a streetwear brand or casual wear brand, it is likely that you are going to have a t-shirt in your roster. So I thought, let's start off with a t-shirt, and also because creating a tech pack for a t-shirt is actually like relatively easy, so that's what we are going to start off with. So the first thing you're going to want to do is, shameless plug, but you're going to want to get my complete tech pack guide, because in that guide there are a range of garments already, so that you don't have to sort of like sit there on Adobe Illustrator and sketch like a t-shirt from scratch. I already have a t-shirt flat within that complete tech pack guide. I'm gonna hop into my screen and show you exactly what that's gonna look like. So when you grab my complete tech pack guide, you're gonna get a zip folder, and within that zip folder you're going to have a folder that says flat and a folder that says tech pack guide. Now if we go into flat and we find t-shirts, if I click on t-shirt front PNG, that's basically what the t-shirt looks like. In this folder you will also see that it's got the flat of the back, the source file, and also a PDF file as well. And also I do have a range of flats within this folder as well. Now in this folder you will see we've got the tech pack full example, which is basically like a guide that will take you along the way of actually using the tech pack. And then obviously we have the blank template as well, which is a tech pack master, and that's what I'm gonna open. So down here we've got all the different tabs that we will need. So I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna go onto cover sheet and bill of materials, and this is gonna be a really super plain basic t-shirt. So the brand name, let's call it Shiva, collection name SV2, star name we're gonna call it blank T, season AW24, date, today's date, which is the 9th of April. I'm just trying to get all of this part filled in. Medium, description, cotton t-shirt, main fabric cotton. Sizes, this is basically going to be your size range, so mine will be small, medium, large, and extra large. So I just wanted to quickly fill that in, and then this actually ends up copying to all the rest of the pages, as you can see. So in Sketch, basically we're going to want to pop in the image of the t-shirt. So we're going to go back to our finder, we're going to go to flats, and we're going to go to t-shirts, and we're going to go to front image of the t-shirt, open it like this, and we're just going to drag that in there. And as you can see, it's pasted quite nicely. Gonna resize it and pop that in there, and if we want we can do the same with the back, and that's the back of the t-shirt. Obviously if you had like any artwork on the t-shirt, you would go ahead and add the artwork onto the t-shirt in Adobe Illustrator, so that's why I do also have the source files on there. So say if I was to open this up, it's going to open in Adobe Illustrator, and then you can go ahead and add like your logo. So say if I wanted to add Taddy is the best, I would type Taddy is the best, find a font that I actually like. This, we're gonna have it as a nice little center logo, and that would basically be your t-shirt design, say if you wanted to have a design on there. But for the purposes of this video, we are going to keep it really plain, really simple. I just wanted to show you that you could do that. Now in fabric swatch, really easy, we're just going to hop onto the internet and we're going to type in the material that we want. So in the case of a t-shirt, it's probably going to be like a single jersey cotton fabric. go to images and see if you can find a fabric that best matches the fabric to the t-shirt that you want. That's probably the closest I'm gonna get. So I'm just gonna save that image, go back into Excel, and we're just gonna drag that over, and I am gonna crop that down and pop that into my main fabric box there. Now in terms of this box, the bill of materials, this is basically just the components that are going to make up this t-shirt. So in the case of this t-shirt, it's going to be so simple. In item, we're going to type in main fabric, and then the other one we're going to type in crew neck fabric, and then we're going to describe the fabric. So it's going to be 100% cotton. If you've watched any of my videos, you will see that the best weight for t-shirts, in my humble opinion, is 300 GSM. Then the color is white. The supplier, let's just say Alibaba. Crew neck fabric, we're gonna say ribbed fabric to match, not applicable. And then we're gonna type in white. Because our product is so simple, that's literally it. Now in our details, this is where we're basically going to describe different elements of the t-shirt, right? So I'm just going to grab this one and I'm going to paste it over here, and I'm just going to increase the size like this. And there's not many elements for this t-shirt that I need to actually describe. I'm just going to want to describe the fact that this here is going to be made out of ribbed fabric. This is going to be a drop shoulder, and these are like decorative stitches. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go back to our tech pack folder, and we're gonna go to tech pack guide, and we're gonna go to the full example, because your good sis is lazy. So in the full example, you will see that I already have like these little like pointy things. So instead of like redoing them, I'm just gonna copy them, and then I'm gonna go back to my new one and paste it. And then now I could just go ahead and start like annotating all the different parts without having to create anything new. Over here we wanted to talk about the drop shoulder, so really and truly that should be B, and then this will be C. And then over here we're gonna go ahead and describe what it is I want to describe. So essentially the goal of this page is to just sort of describe different elements of your garment that might not have come across in the image. So here I'm gonna write like ribbed crew neck fabric. For B I'm gonna write drop shoulder, and then for C I'm gonna write cover stitch. Now we do also have this page for the back as well, so you would just go ahead and basically do the same thing, say if there was anything like unique about the back of your garment. And then in colorways, I'm just keeping it at white, but you would want to have, you know, the Pantone color reference for white and pop that in there. If your garment has artwork, you would want to pop the artwork in here, but like I said, it is a really simple garment. So really and truly I'm just going to skip over to measurement specification front. So I'm going to go back and find my image again, copy it and paste it in here and resize it. And then I'm going to go to my full example, and I'm going to go ahead and copy this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to annotate all the different parts that I feel like need to be measured and sent to your manufacturer, and then we're going to go ahead and measure it up. So we're going to go ahead and paste that A. So the first measurement is going to be this one here. The next measurement here. The next measurement I would say is here. The next measurement I would say is here. Then the next measurement here, another one in that seam, and then we're gonna have like a little smally measurement, which is the size of the like crew neck. We could also have this measurement as well, so from that seam to the bottom of the t-shirt. I feel like the more the measurement the better, but it's completely up to you. So I think that should suffice for the t-shirt. And now we can go ahead and just copy and paste our little A and just rename her, you know. Here basically we could just describe those different areas if we want to. Obviously it's pretty obvious, but you can describe it. So for example, for H I would say crew neck length, or for D I would say chest, for example, but you don't have to, because I feel like this pretty much explains it right down to the T. So let's grab our T. The reason why we have a t-shirt is because basically I know that a lot of you might not have an idea of what measurements you want for your t-shirt. So what I would say to you guys is basically go out, buy a t-shirt that you like the fit of and use those measurements. Even if, like, so say for example this t-shirt, you want this part to be like a little bit longer, for example, you can literally just highlight that. So I'm actually gonna add another measurement in for my t-shirt. I need to add a few more measurements in for my t-shirt, actually, come to think of it. Definitely need this measurement, completely forgot. And I think I'm gonna move this measurement so it's sitting like this instead. So it's always kind of good to almost have like a garment that you could sort of base your measurements on. So I'm just going to show you how you would measure just a few of the measurements. It's just to give you guys a little bit of an idea, because I feel like you probably catch the drift by about the third measurement, and I don't want this video to be too long. So we're going to take this t-shirt and we're going to take this measurement here, and on my image that corresponds to B. We're measuring in centimeters, so we would just take our tape measure and just simply measure that, and as you can see it sits at around about 25 centimeters. So I can go ahead and pop in 25 centimeters for B, no, for C. That one's for C, because now we're going to go ahead and measure B, which is this line here. So if we're looking at our t-shirt, it's this line here. So I'll just go from the bottom of there, and that comes in at 15. So we'll just type in 15 for B. For the crew neck, for mine, I would want my crew neck to be definitely thicker than 2 centimeters, maybe like 3 centimeters. So for the crew neck, which is H, I would literally type in 3 centimeters, right? So you can adjust it accordingly. So for I, we would just measure up I, 19 centimeters. For A, we're just measuring across there. So I'm going to do from this point to this point and say, okay, 19 centimeters as well. And for chest, I would be measuring from this seam to this seam for my chest. So I'll just take my tape measure and measure it like across. So that's about 56 centimeters. So I'd pop that into D. So that should give you guys a really good idea as to how to create a tech pack for your t-shirt and how you would take the measurements and just different like hacks, because honestly it is not too difficult. It's just a case of having that garment available, being able to measure it, using my tech pack guide, and just doing it that way. Now in my second episode of this series, we're gonna tackle probably a tracksuit bottom, and it's gonna have a logo, so we're gonna definitely have more pages on here to fill out, but I did just want to start off with a basic, which is a t-shirt, just so you can get a little bit of an appetite of how exactly to do this. So my tech pack guide will be linked in the description if you want to use that to help you guys. I really hope that this video has been helpful. I don't know if it is. I feel like it feels a bit, you know, sporadic. I don't know, just the way I'm filming and feeling right now, but I really hope it has been helpful. Please don't forget to subscribe and like this video if you do like it, and I will catch you in my very next video.